welcome officially. We're so glad that you all are here with us. We're taking up at least 2 pages now, so hopefully some more others might jump in, but if not, we are so glad that you are here. I know so many of you, and I don't know a few of you, and so we're just so honored that you would join this space tonight and be with us for the next 25 or so minutes. My name is Melissa Green. I am the co-founder and leader of Imaginarium, which is who is hosting you tonight. We are ultimately a space to imagine a better world and intentionally make it so. The values of Imaginarium, we wanted to make sure that each of you knew, are the belief in the inherent magic and worth of every living thing. Also the belief in the inherent connection that we have to each other, the human family, and every living thing. And finally, and equally, the inherent responsibility that we believe we all share to ourselves, to each other, and to the natural world around us. So inherent magic, connection, and responsibility is everything that we're about, and why we wanted to do a service like we are tonight. So we do some practices as a part of our gatherings typically, and we wanted to do a few of those together tonight. These are participatory. We would love for you to involve yourself with us. And in the normal gathering, we would have us all on mute. There would always be dialogue and conversation because we love to learn from and hear from one another. But I want you to know, besides this first practice, we're going to ask that everybody remains muted tonight, just so we can get through the full program and we can hear from the multiple people who will be sharing some things with us. And also, again, if you want to keep your screen on, we would absolutely love that. If for any reason you don't, we feel free to turn your screen off, as we are recording this 30-minute ceremony. All right, to kick us off, Lauren, she's on our leadership team, and she's going to lead us in our first practice.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay, great. So wonderful to be here with you all this evening. So good to see your faces. One of our practices that we make a habit of going through every time we're together is our naming practice, which is really simple. We are just going around stating our names and our preferred pronouns if you so choose to share. But the meaning behind this is really more than just getting to know each other, and also please share where you're calling in from. That's the other thing. In this world, I think, you know, a lot of us are either struggling to take up enough space in our various walks of life, or we aren't taking up as much space as we need to be taking up. And so in this particular practice, we want to be really intentional about claiming our space and remembering when to take up enough space and when we're not taking up enough space. So please tell us who you are, your preferred pronouns if you choose, and where you're coming in from, so that we can all acknowledge one another. And you know, I'm just grateful that you all are here. So let's acknowledge that. I'm going to call you out, which is awkward. You're going to be telling your name, but I'm also going to be calling you out by name because that's the only organized way to do it. So Abby, will you kick us off?
I was just making sure there was only one of us. Is it me or Peter?
Oh, no, you, Abby Lane.
Great. I'm Abby Lane, she, her, hers, and I am in East Nashville, Tennessee.
Amazing. Leah?
Hey y'all, I'm Leah. I use she, her pronouns, and I am here in Nashville.
Great. Eric Brown?
Eric Brown, he, him, his, and I live in North Nashville.
Great. Cindy?
Hi, Cindy Hoppus. I am in Spring Hill, Tennessee. She, her, hers.
Great. McVicker? Oh, I think you're on mute. Just hit your unmute button for us if you would.
Yes, this is Rick McVicker. I'm male. I'm he, his, and him.
Great. Nice to meet you. The Hintons?
Thomas and Kim Hinton. We are in the LA area, which is Lenore area of Western North Carolina.
So good to see you all. Megan Moss?
Hello, I'm Megan in Nashville, she, her, hers.
Great. Frederick?
Fred Morton, he, his, him.
And Rhonda Morton, she, her, hers, and we live in East Nashville.
Great. Good to see you all. Matt?
Hey guys, Matt. I'm in Huntington, West Virginia. He, him, his.
Great. Sam?
Oh, what up? I'm Sam. Real friends call me Schwag. I'm a he, him, his, Your Majesty, whatever you want to call me.
Great.
And I forgot. All right. What's my name?
Where are you?
I'm in
the
Nashville.
Third one. Great. Erin?
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm in Franklin, Tennessee, and I am she, her, hers.
Great. Jordan?
Hey, I'm Jordan Thomas. He, him, his, and I'm in East Nashville.
Malia?
Hi, I'm Malia. I go with she, her pronouns, and I'm in Brentwood, Tennessee, which is just south of Nashville.
JJ?
Hi, JJ Peterson, him, his, and I'm in East Nashville.
Great. Nathan?
Nathan Johns in Lebanon, Tennessee. He, him, his.
Great. Leanne?
Leanne Love, Nashville, Tennessee. She, her, hers.
Great. Angel and friend?
What's up? I'm Angel. My preference is cis.
How y'all doing? I'm woke. He, him, woke.
And we're in North Nashville.
Great. Amer? Oh, you're on mute. Yes. Uh-huh. I still can't hear you, or I think you're still muted. Uh-oh. Dang, we might have to come back to you. I don't know. The mute button still isn't working.
Hey, Nathan, you maybe can unmute him as the host.
Okay, again.
There we go.
Please.
There you are.
Sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, here we go again. My name is Hermer. I am from Lima, Peru, South America. And I am he, him, that.
Great. So glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Abby Buter.
I'm Abby, she, her, and I live in Tacoma, Washington.
Great. Doug.
Hello, everybody. Doug Day from Franklin, Tennessee. He, him, his.
Great. Sarah.
Hey y'all, I'm Sarah, she, her, hers from Nashville, Tennessee.
Great. Monica?
I'm Monica A. Coleman, and she, her, hers are my pronouns, and I'm in Wilmington, Delaware.
Amazing. Kula? Am I saying that right? Kaula? How do you say your name? Tell me.
It's Kula. It's Kula. You were right the first time.
Great.
My name's Kula, she, her, hers, and I'm in East Nashville.
Great. Welcome. And Jamie.
I'm Jamie. I'm from Fayetteville, Tennessee.
Great. Hey, Jamie. Melissa.
Melissa Green, she, her, hers from Franklin, Tennessee. So glad everyone.
Great. And I'm Lauren. I don't think I ever introduced myself formally. She, her. I'm in Nashville. So great. Thanks, everyone.
Love it, love it. Tossing it over to JJ.
All right, our next practice is a practice where we just, it kind of reminds us to ground ourselves a little bit and trust our body and kind of just be present in the moment and trust who we are. And so the way that we do that is we put our palms together like this. where your fingers are all touching. And then one by one, you kind of touch your fingers together like this, and you say the words, stop, breathe, know your worth. And it's just a reminder to kind of pause for a second, get in your body, and just kind of trust yourself. So here we go. We'll do it a couple times. Ready? Stop, breathe, know your worth. One more time. Stop, breathe, know your worth.
All right, I think I'm next. Each time we gather, we include acknowledgements as part of our spiritual practices. These acknowledgements serve to help us step out of our day-to-day lives and see the larger world around us. There really is so much work to be done. As we set aside time to offer these acknowledgements, let us recognize that this is merely the beginning of our collective work and not the end. So our first one is the Anti-Racism Acknowledgement. We as a community recognize that white supremacy and systemic racism are an insidious part of our society. Intentional or not, we recognize the harmful impact of its presence in our lives and the impact it has on Black, Indigenous, and people of color members of our community and other communities around us. We commit ourselves to an active practice of anti-racism. We commit to rooting out and addressing racism whenever and wherever we find it, starting within each of us and extending into our communities and the greater world around us. And I will pass it over to Sarah.
Another one of our practices at Imaginarium is to acknowledge the land. So we first want to acknowledge the erasure of the people of the land, to acknowledge the removal of the indigenous peoples of the land. Here at Imaginarium, we want to not only be able to name the wrongs of our ways of the world, but we also want to embody new ways that do life, that both honor those who deserve to be honored and reflect the world in which we want to create. So by acknowledging the land, it's a start to healing it and ourselves. So today we honor this land, the land that we call the United States, but also known by many other names. We want to honor the land where the inauguration took place, which was once inhabited by the Piscataway peoples. Also, we want to honor the land wherever you are. That may be the Cherokee, the Shawnee, the Lenape, the Chumash, the Hopewell, and the Salish, and many others I can't pronounce, but we honor them today. We want to acknowledge this land as sacred ground and give thanks for the ways creation has always taken care of its people.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Lauren and JJ. That's a bit of our the practices that we do every time we gather, and we wanted to give you all a taste of that tonight and introduce sort of our shared leadership model. We also have some guests with us, too. Eric Brown, who's been a guest speaker for us before and is a dear friend and right here in Nashville doing incredible work. And we consider him already a part of our community. And he's going to do a reading of a civic scripture, if you will, a speech from the past, a poem from the past that continues to speak to us powerfully today. So Eric, will you read to us Langston Hughes?
Absolutely. And again, Melissa, thank you for inviting me and being here for me to be here again. I'd like to read one of my favorite poets, Langston Hughes. And this is his poem, I Too Sing America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh and eat well and grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen then. Besides, they'll see how beautiful I am and be ashamed. I too am America.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Eric. Another guest we have with us tonight is Reverend Dr. Monica A. Coleman, who is a friend of mine and has been a professor in my life. I continue to learn from her, and I'm just so grateful that I can call her a part of my extended community, and so grateful, Monica, that you would be a part of tonight. She is going to do a reading from the speech, I Am an American Day by Judged Learned Hand. Monica.
Thank you. And I'm going to read it inclusively. Oops, oh. Hold on. All right, because I'm getting older, I'm going to read from mine because I can't see this one well enough. I often wonder whether we do not rest our hopes too much upon constitutions, upon laws, and upon courts. These are false hopes. Believe me, these are false hopes. Liberty lies in the hearts of humanity. When it dies there, no constitution, no law, no court can even do much to help it. While it lies there, it needs no constitution, no law, no court to save it. What then is the spirit of liberty? I cannot define it. I can only tell you my own faith. The spirit of liberty is a spirit which is not too sure that it is right. The spirit of liberty is a spirit which seeks to understand the mind of others. The spirit of liberty is a spirit which weighs their interests alongside its own without bias. The spirit of liberty remembers that not even a sparrow falls to earth unheeded, that there may be a world where the least shall be heard and considered side by side with the greatest.
Thank you so much, Monica. I also want to note, I think we're going to share in the chat the PDFs of both of these speeches, as well as the oath that we will take together in just a minute. So you can save that to your computer, if you will, or your phone, and you can have that moving forward. Well, we are here tonight because of SICK leader Valerie Carr, who had this beautiful vision alongside her organization, the Revolutionary Love Project. They launched this idea of the People's Inauguration. They called us to tonight, a nationwide call that was calling on every American to take shared responsibility for renewing this country. So various religious, spiritual, and civic communities are doing events like this. Families and individuals have already done this as well. And then tomorrow there will be an event online on the People's Inauguration website and Instagram where you can follow, and we can join them in their celebrations then as well. But this oath tonight, it mirrors the president's and the vice president's oath of office, and it's inviting each of us to reflect upon the role that we will play to make this country what we want it to be, a diverse nation, bound together by a common vision and purpose, a diverse nation that will begin to both celebrate and honor that diversity, as well as continue to begin to reflect that diversity in its halls and places of power. But speaking of power, the whole point of taking the oath tonight is for us to own our own power, our ability and our capacity to make a difference. This is at the very heart of Imaginarium, and why it is part of our mission statement to, again, say we want to imagine a better world and intentionally make it so. One thought, one word, one action, one conversation, one situation, one person, one day at a time. And so we are asking that of you tonight, that we take up our responsibility together, not just tonight, but every night and every day. So before we take this oath together, I just want you to think in your mind. You can close your eyes, or you can just think if you want with your eyes open. But I'm just wondering, why are you choosing to do this? Why did you choose to get on this Zoom tonight? Specifically, what are you and I ready to let go of? What do you want to leave behind from these last few years? And what are you ready to step into? What are you ready to let go of? What do you want to leave behind from these last few years? And what are you ready to step into? I would encourage you to reflect upon that and maybe journal later on tonight, or be thinking of that as you move in with this intention to set this commitment and this oath moving forward from this moment on. And now for the swearing in. So if you want to take a moment and capture this, like record yourself taking this oath. I know that Valerie and the People's Inauguration really would love for us to share this oath with our friends and family, share it on our social media, share it with others and invite them into this as well. So take a minute, grab your video if you will, and let's turn it on so we can do this together. All right, I welcome you to share in this oath. Place your right hand over your heart and then slowly bring your left hand up to join it and repeat after me. I, fill in your name, Melissa Green, do solemnly vow that I will faithfully execute my role in healing, reimagining, and rebuilding our country, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend dignity, justice, freedom, curiosity, and joy for myself and for all around me, and that I will do so with love. Beautiful. Now we can applaud ourselves and each other, even though we can't hear each other. We do see each other. Yes, yes, yes. And now I'm going to invite Angel to please sing over us.
Thank you, Melissa, and hello, everybody again. As you just shared that, and thank you for sharing that, I was thinking about how I learned this song in school and I've never sang it. So this will be my first time. So thank you for including me. And I look forward to taking up more space in America in the future and really taking this country on as my own. And so I'm thankful for being able to have that opportunity. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties across the, excuse me, across the fruited plains of America, America. God shed his grace on me and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, America, God shed his grace on me and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Angel. Beautiful. And yes, may God, may the universe, and ultimately the spirit and the soul within each of us continue to rise up on behalf of ourselves and each other and this nation and this world, y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight. We're thankful that you participated. Please, please, please go to thepeoplesinauguration.com. Nathan's going to put up a screen and sign up that you did this commitment with us tonight. Also, if you took a video, post that video or post maybe the text of the oath that you took tonight and include the hashtag they're wanting us to include. There it is, the People's Inauguration, Rebuilding the Union. Please tag us and them. Also, they want you to invite other people into this as well. So tag someone you know, ask them to join you, or simply text them and tell them about that if you're not a part of social media, and make sure to sign the commitment. Also, if you would love to join us again, we would be so honored to have you. We meet almost every other Sunday afternoon for gatherings. We're meeting this Sunday where we'll do the spiritual practices that we did in the beginning. We have a few more that we add on to that. We typically have a teaching, and we always have dialogue that we share and have time to hear from one another, to push back on the teaching. This Sunday, we're actually doing a creative gathering, though, where we're working on vision boards. So bring poster board and magazine clippings, and we're really looking into the type of vision that we want for ourselves this year, that we want for the work that we do, and that we want for the nation as well. And so we'd love for you to be a part of that. You can follow us on all the socials. You can find us on imaginarium.life, and you can find out there's that other link. Yes, there's our link tree. You can find out all the links to all of our events. We'd be so honored to have you back. So thank you to everyone who led tonight. Thank you to everyone who did the readings. Thank you to Angel for singing. And thank you to every one of us for saying, yes, I choose to commit to this. I want to make a difference in my world and in my nation and in my space. We are so grateful. Please do not forget that you are inherently magical and worthy. You are connected, and you are responsible. Thank you so much for being with us. Have an amazing Wednesday night. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Monica.